All right, hello everyone. How are you all doing today? Welcome to our first ever Pitchside Pakistan podcast. My name is Abdul Baloch. I'm joined with Afnan Shah, and today we have the best possible first guest we could ever have on the show, the one and only legendary Yousuf Butt. Yousuf, how are you doing today?
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. I'm good, thank you. So I was honored that you guys wanted to have me as your first ever guest. So let's get it going and see what kind of talks we can get ourselves into.
Let's do it. All right, so I think it's only right we start off with your early career. How did the love for football start for you, and where did it all begin?
Well, it all began. I started when I was seven. Yeah, 7 years old. I in the early days I started supporting Manchester United because they had a player called Nicky Butt,
Hmm.
and my name is Yousuf Butt. So of course I wanted to do that, and he I remember he was playing midfield number 8, so I did that as well, of course. Yeah, because as I'm born and raised in Denmark, football is huge there, right? So everybody plays football. So the whatever you do is football, 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 football. Like in
Hmm.
Pakistan, when I always would go to Pakistan, every time I would go out, everything would be cricket, 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 right? So it is the same. Just in Denmark was football. So of course I started playing football. And yeah, I was outfield player until I was 12, I think. Yeah, 12
All right.
years old, and then यार ऐसी बट है ना, सानू खाना बहुत पसंद होता है. So I was a chubby kid, fat kid. So all my friends were on the first team, and I wanted to join the first team as well. They didn't have a goalkeeper, so I went into goal, and I pretty much was filling all the goal because of my size, and then I was chosen to be the goalkeeper, and from there it just I stuck with the goalkeeping position. Pretty much. So
So
that's
we
how I
all,
started playing football when I was youth.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we all know Europe, right? It's like the biggest hub for football, and especially Denmark, which is a very football-rich country. So when you try to break into the football scene in Denmark, so what are some challenges that you may experience as a player, especially as a goalkeeper?
like like in Europe, basically, when you are Muslim back then and now again the times have shifted for Muslims, meaning that like basically also when you play for Pakistan, when you come from outside, when you're from outside, everywhere we go we be considered outside, right?
Mm.
So
Yeah.
in Denmark you're also considered outside, and in Pakistan you're also considered outside. You must be the level. So this is the reference I always give players, especially when they come into Pakistan for the national team. It's like if my mother will look at me and the next one, they have to see by their eye, by a person that doesn't know football at all, that this boy is better than the next, and this is how you have to be. And there are many, like I've seen many good players that just throw away their talent because they're like, yeah, but it's too much, too many obstacles, too many obstacles. You just have to embrace those obstacles and say, you know what, I just need to be that better. And then that was pretty much what I did. I even had obesity in that lining as well. So I had to fight through that and, well, follow my dreams. And then, it wasn't because I had a proper diet in that sense. Of course, I had the proper desi diet. I would have my parathe, I would have my, full desi oily food. You'll put your paratha in, all the oil will come up, no problem. But then, yeah, you need to learn and adapt. And I started making my own food, getting in better shape. And yeah, and then taking it really, breaking really into the Danish system. And when I was 15, 16, I was brought in by HIK, where I got my breakthrough when I was 17 in the Danish first division, where I got my debut. I remember I was 15, You know, football's also luck. It is luck as well. The people say, you just need to be good. It's also about luck. I
Mhm.
remember I had like four goalkeepers in front of me in in the first division team. Like I was 15, you know, but every single time, three goalkeepers were injured. So I was training with the first team, and then there was a former goalkeeper who was the coach, and he said to me, "Okay, Yusuf, I can see that you're actually really good. You're really talented, but you're too fat." And then he said to me, by the next 6 months, when the season starts again, if you've lost 10 kilos, 15 kilos, jersey number 26 is yours. So I fought hard for that, and I came back, and then yeah, I got that jersey number, and then they started like, okay, now you need to gain 10 kilos in muscle, and I was like, oh, okay, so we need to work hard on that. So of course, I needed to change my diet. First, I needed to change my diet to become more healthy. Then I needed to change more to learn about, okay, what kind of nutrition, what kind of vitamins, what kind of proteins do I need. And you also learn that in that sense, in the environment you are in. Of course, you also need to research yourself to do that as well. Because back then, it's not like today where you have TikTok, YouTube. You can just do whatever. You can find all the information. I had to read. I had to read books. I got magazines, sports health, and stuff like that. I had to read all these things, and learn about adapt, try, fail, try, and yeah, Alhamdulillah, you know, fought through it and got my breakthrough when I was 17, and then I became the youngest first goalkeeper in the club's history when I was 18. And by I was 20, I'd already played over 100 pro division games in the Danish second division. So, so in that sense, it's hard, but you need to set your goals and not just set unrealistic goals, but you need to, you know, put one step at a time and achieve that, and then inshallah, as Muslims we must believe Allah will take care of the rest.
Yep, 100%. So yeah, you touched on a bit on my next question. HIK, right? You mentioned you were 15 around the first time, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, so like for a big first division club, like what is like it's a lot to take in, right? Because it's ultra professional. There's everyone like knocking on your door. Hey, do this, do this, do this, and like so how was their first experience as a young kid going into a big club like that?
You know, when you're a kid, you don't think about this.
Yeah.
You don't think, you're just in it, and you don't realize these things. Because I was too young to realize that, okay, what is going on. I was still just a kid just playing football, so I wasn't thinking in that sense. When I look back at it, I was like, okay, this is actually a huge thing for a young Pakistani kid going through this, going through these steps. But when you're a kid, you don't. Now I can sit many years after and reflect on it and say, okay, it was actually really big, and it was actually, I trained with some World Cup players sometimes that would come in, and some that got sold who got into Serie A, and you know, I played with some pretty big players throughout my career. That's like come and go, and but you don't, when you're a kid, you just have fun, right? In that
Yep.
sense.
So Afnan, you want to take the next few questions?
या आपने इतने बहुत ज्यादा वैरायटी वाले क्लब्स के साथ खेला है इसमें डेनिश डिवीजन में, तो आपके ख्याल में कि सबसे अच्छा क्लब जिसके साथ आपने खेला हो, और उसके अलावा थोड़ी सी समरी हमें दें, आपकी टाइम लैप्स कीजिए, आपने कितने क्लब्स में खेला।
हम्म। या जो अच्छा है कि नहीं, सब सब क्लब्स में डिफरेंट डिफरेंट एक्सपीरियंस, कोई हाई थे, कोई लोज थे। कोई क्लब्स में के हमारे रिजल्ट्स बहुत अच्छे थे, कई में बहुत बुरे थे। मैंने ड्यूरिंग माय करियर दो रेलेगेशंस भी की है, मैंने थ्री प्रमोशंस भी जीता हूँ। फिर मुश्किल है कि कहने का कि यार किधर सबसे बेस्ट एक्सपीरियंस था। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह सब बहुत अच्छे बच्चे एक्सपीरियंस थे। पर जब बंदा थोड़ा और मच्योर हो के बंदा देखता है ना कि पीछे क्या हुआ था, क्या नहीं हुआ था, जो सालों में जहाँ पे रेलेगेशन फाइट कर रहे थे, जहाँ सब सीजन्स तो मैंने अच्छा नहीं खेला। लर्निंग कर्व होता है, ये तो नहीं हो सकता कि तुम ख्याल करो कि ड्यूरिंग योर प्रोफेशनल करियर हर एक गेम में आप फैंटास्टिक होएंगे। नहीं, लर्निंग प्रोसेस, कोई दफा आप अच्छे होएंगे, यू मस्ट लर्न। और उन सालों में स्पेशली जब मैं तकरीबन 20 से 26 27 डेवलपमेंट था, डेवलपमेंट सीख रहा गोलकीपर दे उनका वो है ना कि उनका एक तो उनका लाइफ लाइन बहुत लंबा होता है, और ये भी सेकंड होता है कि एक्चुअली अगर आप देखो काफ़ी गोलकीपर्स इतने यंग एज में नहीं खेलते। वेरी सल्डमली ये होता है कि तुम ब्रेक थ्रू करते हो प्रोफेशनल लीग्स में, स्पेशली यूरोप में, कि यंग एज में। इसलिए मुश्किल भी होता है कि लाइक मैनी यंग गोलकीपर्स कंसिस्टेंसी का जो प्रॉब्लम होता है कोई कोई दफ़ा ना। पर अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह आहिस्ता आहिस्ता आई लर्न। मुझे याद है कि जब हम सेकंड डिवीजन में आए थे एशिया के, फिर मैंने 2 और क्लब्स में सेकंड डिवीजन, फिर अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह सेकंड ईयर थर्ड ईयर बहुत अच्छा खेला। फिर मैं ब्रॉन्सवाई में आ गया था फर्स्ट डिवीजन में, फिर उधर से भी हम रेलीगेट हो गए थे, फिर मैं फिर से वापस सेकंड डिवीजन में आ गया था, और फिर उसके बाद हम फिर से आगे चले गए थे। ये डेवलपमेंट होता है कि कि लर्निंग कर्व है ना। तो मैं ये तो नहीं कह सकती कि एक क्लब ये था, लर्निंग कर्व होता है ना। जिस तरह नेशनल टीम में, जिस तरह हर एक एस्पेक्ट लाइफ में लर्निंग कर्व होता है। जब लोग आते हैं अपने जॉब में, ये तो नहीं होता कि परफेक्ट होते हैं पहले दिन। कई भी ये भी होते हैं कि बहुत अच्छे होते हैं 1 2 3 साल, फिर उनको डिफिकल्ट टाइम मिलता है 3 4 साल, वो कोई बंदा फायर्ड हो जाता है। क्लब में भी लोग कहते हैं कि नहीं हमने आपका कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नहीं रिन्यू करना, कि आप खुद ही कहते हो कि नहीं मैंने इस जॉब में नहीं होना, मैंने किधर होना, इसलिए मेरा और वैल्यू है। फुटबॉल में सेम, इट्स द सेम, यू लर्न।
And of course, the most important question right now: how's it like in your new club?
Yes, so alhamdulillah, so now we've shifted entire domain in that sense, where I've been all my years in Denmark, always played in Denmark. So time आ गया था जब मैं सोचा था चलो let's try Asia because I have, yeah, a wife, kids, so of course the full package also have to be in place, right? So we're not kids anymore, and I'm not a kid anymore, so I also have responsibilities. But alhamdulillah, it was on a full package, really good deal in that sense, and to come into the Philippine leagues, and inshallah go in and prove myself here as well. I felt like let me go in to because in Denmark everybody knows me. I've been there, done that in that sense. Had some highs, had some lows in that, but mainly highs, and it was very appealing to see. Okay, let's try a different continent, different style of football. So I've been here for alhamdulillah 3 weeks, no, soon 4 weeks, and it's been amazing. It's cold. It's very cold in Denmark. Alhamdulillah, it's warm every day here. You when you come out, it's just more smile on your face, in that sense. So it's been fun so far.
Yeah, going from snowy trees to palm trees must be very nice, So
Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
Is the
definitely.
style of football also different, like as compared to European football, and now you're playing in the Philippines?
You cannot compare. You cannot compare. It is very different. It's like typical Asian football, but it's still a little bit more structured here because in Philippines they play with a lot of foreign players. So, for example, you can have 5 Filipinos. You must have 5 Filipinos in your team, and then you have 6 foreign players. I think that's the biggest amount of foreign players you can have. So, for example, in my team, we have a 30-man squad, and we have like 20 players who are all from all over the world, and we only have 10 Filipino players. So I didn't know this. I thought it would be the other way around, like 7 8 foreign players, and then 20 21 Filipino players. So in that sense, also I was really surprised about the level, especially the training level is a lot higher than I expected. But still, the football style is still different. It's Asian style in that sense, where it's a lot more front and back, pushing the tempo, and then going front, and then going back again, and then not being as structured as you are in Europe, where from a young age you are learned. Okay, So one go up, other one goes back. When they go up, you go down. When you push up, we all push up. These kind of things are not as much in place in Asia because of, well, you can call it the education of the footballers in Asia compared to in Europe, right?
Abdul.
Okay. So this is a bit of like your growing up question for you. So when you like coming from a Desi family, right? And I think this can go for like basically all of us, right? Where education is very important, right? Get an education, go to college, don't mess it up.
Mm.
So like, how did you like your family kind of feel of you like pursuing football and that route?
Uh, as you said perfectly, I come from a Desi family, and I
Mhm.
come from a proper Lahori family. So there's no exception for me. There was no exception for me. So, but Alhamdulillah, in Denmark, education is free, and in Denmark they also have set in place that you have something called study for player. So Alhamdulillah, I have my bachelor's degrees, so I have a university degree. So, but the study for player, what will it help you to do is it when you have a semester, it will break it up in three parts. So instead of your bachelor's taking 3 years, it took me 6.5 years in that
Mhm.
sense. So I would just do it slow by slow online, and yeah, because Desi family, you're not allowed. You can play football as much as you want, but you need that education.
Yep.
So Alhamdulillah, I'm happy for that as well. That I was pressured to do that, but that's where I've been privileged that in Denmark, that education is free. So I was able to do that.
Yep.
And you
All right.
also see that with for example Abdul Arshad,
Mm-hmm.
Muhammad Fazal, Ali Shah, they're
Yep.
also all doing the same
Yeah.
in that sense. So playing full time and then slowly getting their education on side as well.
Yeah. That's great. So let's talk a little bit about Pakistan football. So where did the interest originally start for you to join the Pakistan national team? Where did it all begin?
There was a coach called George Cotton who came
Mm-hmm.
along for many many years ago, right? So he contacted me back then. I was actually also contacted by the under 21s of Canada because I also have a Canadian passport holder in Pakistan. So, so I was selected for that, and then George Cotton called me and said, "Okay, we want you for the national team." I was very young. I was 19, 20 years old. But as I mentioned in the start, I was playing regular football. So by 19, I already played like 50 or 60 professional games. So they called me up and then said, "Yeah, you want to join?" But back then, there was a big scandal in Denmark where they had drawn cartoons of our prophet. So there was a huge riot around the world because, yeah, they don't respect जो हमारा मजहब है ना, respect नहीं करते इतना.
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah, so there was hellfire back then. I remember it was crazy,
Yeah.
and so what happened was that I my parents told me, well, now is not the time. If you go and they hear you from Denmark, and yeah, they're afraid it would give backlash.
Yeah.
But why would they give backlash for a Pakistani kid just because he's coming from Denmark? I don't think so, but you never know. Back then, it was
Mm-hmm.
different times.
Yeah.
So I didn't go. So 2 years later, Zavisha was coach then, and then Zavisha said to me, "Okay, you need to come. You need to come." And Zavisha was very hard. He goes to me right now. Jafar Khan is captain and goalkeeper, and you must wait your turn. So I said, "Okay, of course, everything for the nation. I don't care. I'll come. I'll prove myself." So I came. I started as a backup for Jafar Khan, and after I think two tours, yeah, I did the Nepal, Maldives tour. Then I did another tour, and then when we came to We came to President's not President's Cup. It was AFC, the one in where we played in Kyrgyzstan. It wasn't the Asia Cup formation was different back then, so it was the pre-qualification for Asia Cup in a group games. And there, Zurisa then said to me, "Okay, now you first goalkeeper, and you will play from now on." And then, Alhamdulillah, from that day, back in 2012, I think, I have remained on the position until now. Yeah, pretty much.
So, how was your first like proper national team debut? How did that feel?
Ah, it was amazing. I remember it like yesterday.
Yeah.
2011 or 12, Singapore. Singapore, yeah. Singapore away. Two friendly games. The first, as you know, as you're young, and I remember I hadn't really had any what do you call it, obstacles in my way during my career. I was young, and I broke through as a young kid. I remember I came in. I was like, we played Singapore the first half, and I was out on the bench, and I was so frustrated. But then I came in second half, and it was just it was just great. It was just great. It was amazing. It was amazing. I remember I was together with Muhammad Ali and Hassan Bashir, and Zesh was also there. And us four was there. It was yeah, it was, and then Adnan Ahmed as well. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it was a great experience. Great experience. Alhamdulillah for that.
So, as you know, the Pakistani national team is never. I don't. Let's say like it's always like something that's going on behind the scenes, and it's like unfortunate, but they happen, right? So throughout
Yes.
your national team period, how did you deal with like rough periods with the national team? For example, like
Oh,
bans, politics, mismanagement, stuff like that.
there's never been anything from the fans. There has never been anything from the fans. The fans have always, alhamdulillah, been amazing, supported Pakistan. You know, and for the rest of the part, everybody's seen what happens, what hasn't happened, and as a player, you just need to try to focus what is in your control. I tend not to. Learned and tend not to during my entire career with Pakistan to focus on what's not controllable.
Mm.
Simply in that. So what is outside of our control can't really do, right.
Yeah.
You've seen throughout there has been players who've tried to interfere and has been sidelined in that sense. And I've always been very very professional in that sense. So of course, if ever needed for Pakistan, of course we are there day and night. That's not the thing because we are Pakistanis. We are proud. The best feeling in the world is standing there on the national anthem.
100%.
And proving yourself time after time, time after time. Football is all about. There's nothing that says, because you played last time, you need to play this time. Every time's a new game, and you need to prove yourself. And you need to prove yourself. Alhamdulillah, I've been able to do that for many years, and to prove myself, to prove for the fans, to prove for the coaches, and everything that goes on behind. You can't
Yeah.
really control it, so you can't really do anything about it. And what do you want to say about it? You can't really say anything about it. It's outside of your control, so why should you say anything about it in that sense?
Yep. So, Afnan, you want to take the next questions?
Yeah. So, what was your best game with the national team? Like, आपने खेला उस मैच के बाद आपको पता चल गया यार ये मेरे पूरे करियर का पाकिस्तान के साथ सबसे अच्छा मैच हुआ है.
सबसे अच्छा मैच, अब ये याद रखना कि मैन ऑफ द मैच मुझे मे बी 7-8 गेम्स मिले हैं ना. but जो मेरे जहन में आता है ना, पीस कप हमने चाइनीज ताइपे के खिलाफ खेला था. चाइनीज ताइपे हम जीते थे 1-0. उनके पास तकरीबन 25 शॉट्स ऑन टारगेट था. तकरीबन याद नहीं कितना थे, पर अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मैंने हर एक को रोका था, हर एक को. I was on fire. But alhamdulillah, there's been some really really good experience. वो था एक पैर के कहते हैं ये SAF Cup 2018. याद था नेपाल, first game ہم نے پہلے ڈرا ہو گیا تھا اور پھر 88 منٹ میں نے ایک انکریڈبل ڈبل سیو کیا تھا اور پھر 93rd منٹ میں محمد علی نے جا کے ہیڈر مارا تھا. ہم جو انڈیا کے خلاف گیم ہارے تھے سیمی فائنلز میں ادھر بھی میں نے بہت اچھا کھیلا تھا. یاد تھا مجھے واز آلسو ون آف بیسٹ گیمز. بٹ جو گیم آپ مجھے پوچھو گے اگر میں 60 سال کا ہوگا کہ جب بھی ہوئے گا کمبوڈیا اوے اینڈ ہوم نتھنگ کچھ بھی نہیں ہوئے گا جو اس دن کا میموری جائے گا کہیں بھی نہیں. اتنا مزہ آیا تھا ہمیں. اور میرا پہلا گیم تھا ان پاکستان ایز کیپٹن. مجھے تقریباً کتنے سال ہو گئے تھے پتہ نہیں نیشنل ٹیم میں کھیلے ہوئے اور 10 سال میں خیال ہو گئے تھے میرا ڈیبیو کا اور میں نے آج تک پاکستان میں نہیں کھیلا. ہمیشہ ہی باہر کھیلتے تھے. جو بھی اوے فینس آتے تھے ان کے ہم سنتے تھے. اور بڑے جو کمبوڈیا کا جو ایکسپیرینس تھا وہ تو آپ لوگوں نے بھی ایکسپیرینس کیا تھا کہ جتنا ایٹماسفیئر تھا جتنا الیکٹرک تھا سب کچھ یار یہ بیسٹ فیلنگ ان دا ورلڈ.
ایسے ہم نے فینس کے بارے میں یہ بات دیکھی ہے پاکستان کی کہ بے شک 7-1 ڈاؤن ہو یا 3-0 ڈاؤن ہو یا جو مرضی ڈاؤن ہو فینس کی آواز ختم نہیں ہوتی ہمیشہ ہوتی ہے.
یہ تو کمال کی بات ہوتی ہے نا. یہ بہت کمال کی بات ہے. جب بھی ہم کھیلتے ہیں یار فینس نمبر ون. اینڈ ہم ہمیشہ ٹیم میں یہی بات کرتے ہیں کاش اگر ہمیں یہ ویکینڈ گیم کے نائٹ گیم ملے اور بھی لوگ آ سکتے ہیں اور بھی لوگ آ وی کین انجوائے ایون مور. مجھے یاد تھا جب ہم نے جارڈن کے خلاف کھیلا تھا. Jordan game was probably actually that was my best game I think.
اس میں penalty save کی.
Yeah, that was incredible.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
And I remember کہ ہم نے رمضان میں ہی کھیلا تھا.
جی
رمضان میں
بالکل.
کھیلا تھا 2 بجے کھیلا تھا کوئی لائٹ نہیں تھا اور لوگ بھی نہیں آ سکتے تھے اس لیے کہ کہتے ٹائمنگ اسکول ڈے تھا. I think so I remember.
تھرسڈے تھا میرے خیال میں.
اگر وہ گیم ویکینڈ میں ہوتا تھا نا کہ رات کو ہوتا تھا نا کمال کا ایٹماسفیئر ہونا تھا 100%.
اچھا اور which game was the toughest you've ever played in your life for Pakistan?
Tajikistan is not the best team that I've faced, but they knew how to play us. They knew how to play us, and they were so good against us. You can say Jordan, Saudi, Syria, of course, but جو تاجکستان نے ہمیں پریشر ڈالا تھا نا that was the toughest game 100%.
Yeah.
Home and away, both games.
So as we know, SAF 2026 is pretty close, and hopefully now that you're in a much better club and closer to us, we're hoping that you're going to make a comeback. And you did recently played with a team as well. So what do you think is the mentality of the boys coming going into the SAF?
Inshallah. But right now, the team is rebuilding. The team is rebuilding what I see. Unfortunately, I haven't been a part of that yet. So inshallah I can again. But right now the team is rebuilding. I can see that the coach is slowly trying to find what type of players that he wants in the team, and then inshallah from there we still have a couple of months yet to go into SAF. I think SAF is in September, right? September, October.
Yes, around that.
Yeah.
Yes. So inshallah we can. And there's the March window, and inshallah there could be the June window to prepare for that. So inshallah to get also knowing the coaches because it's now where Solano is there, I can see there's a lot more possession football. So of course it's way different from what Stefan Constantine was doing. So inshallah that will also be better for the team, and inshallah we will be able to make an impact in the SAF Cup as well, and really try to make history, inshallah.
And inshallah,
I
we'll see
believe
you there as well.
that we have the team, we have the players. I don't see any of the other teams having better players than us. So it's all about, but it's not. The best teams are not the best players. The best team is the best team who can work together, who can be united, and inshallah, we can develop the team into that.
Yeah, definitely. Because
Inshallah.
when you say work together as a team, we have many great players to help out the locals as well. We got Itzlaz now. We got Abdullah Iqbal, who's doing fantastic, just unbelievable, and others. So yeah, hopefully it can come together and like the coaches and these players can help out and make one big strong army for the team.
Inshallah, inshallah. But there's no doubt that I think there can't be any doubt that we have the best players, player by player, in the SAF region.
Yeah,
I can't really see anyone being able to match that. With the level players that we have, no, I cannot see that. It's very simple.
if there's one thing I want to see in the SAF is a victory against India, inshallah. So
Yeah, inshallah, inshallah. I've played India 3 times. I've lost every time, so I really want to beat them. I really want to beat them.
yeah, me too. All right, so these next few questions, they're gonna be a little bit of a mix-in. You can answer them quickly, or you can explain if you would like, and we're gonna go one by one. So, who is the toughest striker you faced in the Danish leagues?
The toughest striker, it'll probably be the top scorer for the Danish Super League is called Patrick Mortensen. Is also a childhood friend of mine, but he is probably the toughest I've faced in Denmark. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and the toughest striker you faced in international football?
It's actually a player that plays here now
Yeah?
in the Philippines. No, not him. No. Because when we played Philippines, he was playing in the Bundesliga, and he
Yeah.
was very, 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 very good back then. His name is Stefan Schrock.
Mhm.
I would say him, Musa El Tamari,
Yeah.
Jordan, but I wouldn't say El Tosari because El Tosari only played one game, and he didn't do anything in that sense. So I didn't feel that he was a threat. It was like he came to Pakistan. He was like, yeah, let's just play this game and get over it. But Musa El Tamari, like he was going for it. Also the Syrian striker, he was also really good. Ki naam है उसदा? I can't remember. That he's been top scorer in the Saudi league for many years. So I would say, but I would go either Stefan Schrock in his prime when we played them with Pakistan in the final of Peace Cup, or Musa El Tamari. Yeah, definitely one of those two.
Amazing. So, I want to take the rest, next two for you?
Yeah. So, who do you think is the funniest player in Pakistan's squad?
The funniest player, Gujar. There is no doubt. There is no doubt. Gujar is by far the funniest guy on the national team. There is no doubt.
Yeah. And who do you think has the best music taste and the worst as well?
I don't. I never seem to listen to when the boys play music. But the UK boys, they think they have the best
Yeah,
music.
definitely.
I know Adam Khan. He always
I knew you were gonna say that.
wants
Yeah.
to, but no, it's terrible. It is terrible. So yeah. So I don't know who has good music taste because for me, it's none of them are good. None of them are good.
So, what do you think is one thing that Pakistan football really needs right now?
Pakistan stability.
That's a very good answer.
It's very simple. Stability.
Yeah.
We need stability. We have not had stability for 20 years. We need stability.
Yeah. Now, back to Pakistan teammates. Who do you think is gonna get into the trouble the most?
It's very Shag Dost every single time. Every single time, Shag Dost forgets his clock, comes late, doesn't have the right clothes on, says silly things, things. Shag Dost came 35 minutes late to a game once.
Oh my
I will
god.
not say which game, but he came 35 minutes late to a game once.
Oh,
Shai Dost is by far the one who always gets in trouble, and because of his, his, what do you call it? I don't know what you call it. I won't say it. Would you? I won't say what it's called. But yeah, that's the guy who comes in the most trouble. Shai Dost.
All right.
my next question was gonna be who is always late to training, but I think you already answered that.
Yeah, Shai. No
Yeah.
problem. And then Shai. Yeah.
Yeah, Abdul.
Yeah. So, who is your best roommate in the national team?
For many years, for all the years, me and Hassan Bashir were
Yeah.
one to right. That's my guy. But after him, I took on my junior, my little son. That is Abdullah Iqbal.
Mm.
Uh,
We always said you and Hassan Bashir. We always talk about it like you guys are such a good duo, and like we always see the pictures of you from the years, and yeah, it's amazing. So, and okay,
that's-
how's the different cities like? And like, you're in Manila right now, right?
yes.
Okay, so when you talk about the football culture in Copenhagen versus here in Manila, like, how do you feel? What's the feeling like?
There's huge difference. The professionalism and the know-how, how utna batna, everything. Everything is different. You can't compare Asian football with the top European football. You
Yeah.
cannot do that. You cannot. There's
Yeah.
there's too much difference. Like in every single scenario, Denmark is without talking anything bad about Philippines football, because Philippines football is nice. It's amazing. It's really really structured compared to other Asia countries, and there's a really good mahol in that sense as well. But you can't compare it with Europe. You cannot.
So, who was your favorite football role model growing up?
Right now, I don't have any.
No.
No, I don't
How
have
when
any.
you were growing up?
When I was growing up, it was Buffon.
Move on. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, when I was growing up, it was
Can't go wrong with
Buffon.
that answer.
But Buffon and R9 Ronaldo.
Mm.
But now, no, I don't. There's no one I like follow in that sense at all. No.
now I think you're a role model for all the Pakistan goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Inshallah. I am. I hope I am. That's what I've been. In all these years, it's always been, I've always tried to, work hard and set a good example for others to follow, inshallah. That's a big main goal of mine. Also, with the longevity of I've been proving myself on stage for Pakistan, the professionalism I've shown for Pakistan, and inshallah, still, inshallah, I hope will still be able to show for Pakistan, because I feel I have a lot more to show. But again, you need to do it correct, and that is what I try to do every single day in that sense, to motivate
Yes.
people to do that in the same way, inshallah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Inshallah. After you want to take the next question? I'll take the one after that.
Yeah, sure. So who's your favorite goalkeeper?
He already answered that. It's okay.
Yeah, that's Buffon.
Is that Gigi Buffon? Yeah.
GG
So
Buffon.
you don't have to speak until you hear the best Pakistani player of all time. Is that right?
Okay.
Let's start. Umar Rana,
I love
Junaid
him.
Shah, Mohib Afridi, okay, Otis Khan, Ali Uzair, Abdus Samad, Kalimullah, Isa Suleiman, Yousuf Butt, What about Muhammad Fazal, Abdullah Iqbal, Zesh Rahman,
Not for
Muhammad?
Pakistan. Not. We're talking about who's done the most for Pakistan.
Yeah.
Then no,
Yeah, Muhammad Isa.
no.
At this point, I'm actually confused. I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Only one, Hassan Bashir.
Hassan
Oh.
Bashir.
Hassan
So,
Bashir
That's
is
nice.
the most impactful player that Pakistan has ever seen. Goals, assists, who carries the team, who's been carrying the team. There is no one that comes close to Hassan Bashir. Maybe Muhammad Isa comes close, but no one else. When we talk about, we're not talking about like levels of what they've achieved, but now we're talking about what they have done for Pakistan and what have they performed for Pakistan. That no one comes close to Hassan Bashir.
yeah.
You
And now
wanna
the
do
next question. It's this or that, all right? So, Peter Schmeichel or Peter Cech?
Schmeichel.
Schmeichel or Donnarumma?
Schmeichel.
So, Schmeichel or Emi Martinez?
Schmeichel.
Schmeichel or Yassine Bono?
We're talking Peter Schmeichel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter Schmeichel. Yeah.
Peter Schmeichel or Oliver Kahn?
Schmeichel.
Peter Schmeichel or Edwin van der Sar?
Schmeichel.
Peter Schmeichel or Gianluigi Buffon?
Buffon.
Buffon or Ter Stegen?
Buffon.
Buffon or Manuel Neuer?
Neuer.
Neuer or Casillas?
Neuer.
Neuer or Lev Yashin?
Neuer.
So, in your opinion, the best goalkeeper has to be Neuer.
Yeah. Even though I don't like his style so much again, he has proven himself with what he have achieved to be the best all-round goalkeeper.
You want to do the what's the next question?
Yeah. So, let's say your best Pakistan starting 11. Who's your goalkeeper?
Best starting 11. That's unfair for people that I don't bring in.
But it's your best starting 11, in your opinion.
Okay.
So I will go in goal.
Yeah.
Agree.
Left back would be Fazal.
Yeah.
And of course Abdullah and Isa. I miss Isa. If we had Isa
Yeah.
in this in these last 2 years, we would have achieved some big shockers as well, I think.
100%.
On right back, who I would go? I would go Otis.
Otis, yeah, that's such an underrated answer, man.
I would go Otis right back. In the middle, I would go. I would play 4-3-3. So I would go. Itazaz. I would go Rahis, and I would go. Now we're only talking about players that have played for Pakistan, right?
Yeah.
So Rahis's brother is out of the picture because he's not played for Pakistan. Then I would go on the last one. I would go. I think I'll go Alam then. I'll go Alam.
Okay.
Up front, I would go. Ali Shah on left. No, I would go Ali Shah. Sorry, in the middle. I would go Harzeb on the left, and I would go Abdul on the right.
You completely forgot your favorite striker.
Ali Shah, I would put in as the striker. But I think he can do a really, really good job as a striker as well, because he has the abilities to run into space. Even though he's a winger, but he has in his young days played as a striker.
But you did forget your favorite player that you told us for Pakistan.
Oh, but I thought you were talking about. We were talking all time. Then it's completely
All
different.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Then
Let's say that's the current one. Let's do an all-time one.
all time. Oh yeah, all time. Shit. So all time would be. I would again put me in goal actually.
Okay.
I think
um,
everyone would agree with that.
and then left back, Fazal out. I would put Shabir Khan.
Okay.
Shabir Khan. I'd put Shabir Khan left back. I would go. I would go. I would go. Oh, you know what? No, I'll change my formation. I'll
Okay.
play. I'll play 3-5-2 because Zesh is in the picture as well.
Yeah.
So I would go. Abdullah left, central Zesh, right Isa. I would go left wing back. I would go Shabir Khan. Right. I would go. 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 I would go Umar Rao for what he has done throughout for Pakistan.
Mhm.
When we're talking about all time, so we're taking into consideration their very best.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then I would go for Umar,
Mhm.
and in the middle, I would go. I would go. I would go. I would go in the middle. I would go Itizaz again, and I would go Adnan Ahmed,
Mhm.
and of course that's biased, but I need to go my brother as well. He would go in the middle as well. So that's 5-3-2, right? Yeah. And then up front, I would go Muhammad Ali and Hassan Bashir.
Sure. That's a stacked lineup.
That's a really good lineup.
Yeah.
I would love to see that actually.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
That would be a really good lineup to see in their prime.
Yeah. That would definitely, yeah, definitely 3-5-2 in that one. Yeah.
So, Afnan, is there another question you have, or can I ask the success one?
I think that's it from my side.
Okay. So, I think like towards the end of this podcast, we should ask, what's one piece of advice you would give to upcoming footballers and ambitious people in general that want to achieve success?
Like many people did text me on Instagram. They say, Yusuf bhai, हमारे पास chance नहीं होता. यार यहाँ पे corruption होता है. भाई यहाँ पे देखते नहीं है यार, यहाँ पे पर्ची होती है, यहाँ पे लोगों के अबू और पता नहीं क्या क्या होता है. मैं नहीं कह रहा कि नहीं होता. I acknowledge all of this. मैंने खुद ही देखा है. I've seen this. I've seen it with my own eyes. होता है. But you must be that better. You must be that better. So I'm sorry to say, if you're not making it, and yes, किसी अंकल का किसी प्यो दा पता नहीं चाचा दा पता नहीं की खेलता पिया, yes, if he's playing that year, that second year, that third year, if he's still playing that fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh year, bhai, you're not doing well then. You're not doing better. You're not progressing. हमें chance नहीं मिल रहा. Create that chance. No one's coming here for you. I'm sorry, I can't feel sorry for you saying, but मैं पिंड में रहता हूँ, मैं इधर रहता हूँ, मैं उधर रहता हूँ. Then you need to sacrifice in that sense. We all have sacrificed. I remember I would take 4 buses when I moved to HIK from my city called Benus. I would take 4 buses. 14 years old, I would take 4 buses and 1 train to get there. It will take me 1.5 hours. Maybe some it will take 3 hours. Maybe some it will take 4. I don't know, but we all have sacrifices, and don't lose sight on what you want. Don't do the classic thing with saying, yeah, but Pakistan में माहौल नहीं है, future नहीं है, ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है. Well, you need to make sure that you are one of the best, and that is by outworking everybody, outshining everybody, because at the end of the day, hard work will pay off. 1 cent,
Yeah.
another cent, third cent, it will. So my advice is, don't feel sorry for yourself. You need to be better. If you're talking about cha-cha, pyoda, patani kiida,
Mm-hmm.
yes, half year, 1 year, but if you keep being that level higher, which I'm talking about, not here and here, but here
Yeah.
and here, you will go through.
Yeah. All right. So what's one message that you have? Because recently there's been like you weren't called up to the national team and stuff like that. We all know. So like in general, from your side, what's one message you want to give to the Pakistan football fans in such a like a important transfer phase, you can say?
Well, there's a huge transfer phase right now what we're going through
Hmm.
in Pakistan, right? And it's to have sabr,
Yeah.
and it's the same is also for my sake, have sabr, and inshallah, Allah is the best of planner. So have faith in Allah, and not in people, and hope that, and pray that, and work hard for that you can do that. So I can also say for myself, I am working the hardest that I can
Hmm.
to be able to what I can do on my side, then people should do on their side, and also for fans to do on their side. Keep supporting the boys, keep supporting the team, keep supporting the nation. Yes, there are some, what can you say, development phases that we go through, that we don't understand, that we do understand, that we can't do anything about. It is what it is, but we need to look into how we can make a difference and attribute in those aspects, right? And that's what we need to do.
Yeah, that's very well said. Before we wrap up here, Afnan, you have anything else you want to say to Yousuf Butt publicly?
Now, I just want to say that I'm a goalkeeper myself. I used to play in Pakistan for like, I don't know, since I was like 12, maybe.
Mhm.
So when I was 15, I actually started playing for a local team that already had three players that were like 25 years old.
Mm.
And I started playing and I started watching you, and I was really happy, and I used to watch you as an idol growing up. So like, and then when I actually progressed step by step, I was so happy. Especially, but the most thing I realized, and I know that I've seen you as a role model, like pretty much a lot of my time as a goalkeeper, but people don't really watch Pakistan football. They don't really know what's going on in it, and then they complain about stuff. They don't try hard, and then they say, like you said, that they want success, but they don't want to try that hard. So,
Mm.
like, I think personally that you're a great example for that, because you didn't really get your chance either in the start. You had to. Everyone has to build for it, and I think that's all I want to say.
Exactly, exactly. I'm happy. I'm really happy for you to say that. And yes, and it is all about, like like many people say, but why is it that a lot of this and this are playing? Who's this? Like, many has opinion. Football is an opinion game. You can't lose sight of what is the most important, because hard work will outwork, and being straight up, and being a good Muslim in that sense, of course, also being in the most Islamic way, but also in the football way. I had a sheikh once tell me. So he goes, like, a guy would come up to him and say, you know what, sheikh, I'm going to the exam. Can you please pray for me that I will pass? And he goes, but have you studied for it? He goes, no. And he says, Ya Allah, will the biggest dua for you is the one who puts in the work. And it's also in sports. He also says that that the biggest dua you can give yourself is working and doing everything what's in your power to affect that you can make the team, make the squad, make the starting 11, pass the test, do the work, do the everything in aspect in life. The first dua starts with your actions, and
Mm,
then, of course, everything can happen with your dua to Ya Allah, that we all know. But the first action is, what are you doing in that sense?
mm. So everyone, thank you so much for watching. It's been a real honor to have you on here for our first ever podcast. Hopefully we can meet inshallah one day and maybe do an interview in person. That'll be really cool.
You're welcome to come into Manila. I have tickets for
Yeah.
you. No problem.
We'll be there maybe one day, inshallah. Okay. And
Inshallah.
we thank you guys for taking the time out to watch us today, and we'll see you guys next time. You can.
Inshallah.